This is Neptune, captured by the Voyager 2 probe during its 1989 flyby. We are always drawn to the beauty of space, but space is also a place of terrifying power, operating on a scale far beyond our comprehension. Today, we are going to look at some of the most chilling real imagery the cosmos has to offer. This footage was captured by the Juno probe as it orbited Jupiter, digitally processed into a spherical projection. Floating in the pitch-black void, this gas giant is roughly 11 times the diameter of Earth. Anything that strays too close is mercilessly torn apart by its crushing gravity and intense radiation. Juno dove to within just 4,200 kilometers of Jupiter's cloud tops. The planet spins at a blistering pace, completing a full rotation every 10 hours. Near the equator, massive jet streams rage at over 500 kilometers per hour. Most striking are the swirling patterns across its surface, like an oil painting crafted by a cosmic hand. This violently churning atmosphere creates bands and massive storms unseen on any other world. These high-speed winds plunge thousands of kilometers beneath the cloud deck, into depths we still cannot see. Scientists suspect that a vast ocean of liquid hydrogen lies hidden below. It is a chaotic world that completely defies everything we know on Earth. But Jupiter is far from the only terrifying world in our solar system. Framed by its magnificent rings, Saturn looks serene and pristine from afar, but up close, it is just as violent. Across its seemingly flawless surface, massive white storms erupt out of nowhere, storms large enough to swallow the entire Earth, stretching 10,000 kilometers north to south and 17,000 kilometers east to west. The winds in Saturn's upper atmosphere rival Jupiter's, creating an environment entirely hostile to life. Perhaps most unsettling, though, is the bizarre hexagonal jet stream at its north pole. This perfectly geometric pattern looks almost artificial, sending a chill down the spine of anyone who studies it. Continuous observations reveal that this hexagon shifts color with the seasons, as changing sunlight reacts with layers of haze and deep cloud decks. Inside it, some vortices even spin in the opposite direction. Exactly how this massive structure formed remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in planetary science. Further out lies the most distant planet in our solar system, Neptune. Orbiting 4.5 billion kilometers from the Sun, a single year here lasts 165 Earth years. The sunlight reaching Neptune is only 1/900th as bright as ours, plunging the average temperature to a bitter -200 degrees Celsius. For context, the lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth was -89.2 degrees in Antarctica. It is hard to fathom the kind of dead, freezing environment where that cold is more than doubled. Yet, despite being so far from the Sun, Neptune is fueled by immense internal energy. Clouds of frozen methane tear through its atmosphere at over 2,000 kilometers per hour, twice the speed of sound, and more than 4 times the fastest winds ever recorded on Earth. Neptune's great dark spot is a haunting signature of this violence. These deep, looming storm tracks, drifting across an azure atmosphere, shroud this frozen world in deep mystery. Jupiter and Saturn are the undisputed giants of our planetary neighborhood. Yet, compared to the Sun, they are practically dust. The Sun is 10 times the diameter of Jupiter and could hold about 1,300 Jupiters inside it. When the Sun unleashes a coronal mass ejection, the blast often extends several times its own width. A single violent eruption is powerful enough to engulf dozens of Earth-sized worlds.
The sheer scale of our Sun is staggering, but when we look out into the wider galaxy, our home star becomes incredibly small. Sirius A is about 1.7 times the diameter of the Sun, while Betelgeuse expands to roughly 700 times its width. One of the largest known stars, Stephenson 2-18, is 2,150 times wider than the Sun, massive enough to hold nearly 10 billion suns inside. But far more terrifying than hypergiant stars are supermassive black holes. Take TUN 618. Its mass exceeds 60 billion suns, with an estimated diameter of 400 billion kilometers. That is 88 times the distance from the Sun to Neptune. This cosmic monster, easily capable of swallowing dozens of entire solar systems, lies quietly in deep space, 10.4 billion light-years away. Black holes are the definition of cosmic terror. Predicted by Albert Einstein a century ago, humanity only captured the first actual image of one in 2019. These behemoths are born from the violent collapse of dying massive stars. Cutting-edge supercomputer simulations have recreated exactly what you would see if you were falling into one. Before you lies a supermassive black hole 4.3 million times the mass of our Sun. The scorching orange halo is the accretion disk, superheated gas spiraling inward, its light severely warped by extreme gravity. The pull is so intense it literally tears at the fabric of space-time. The final destination for all matter is the event horizon, the absolute boundary from which not even light can escape. The event horizon of this black hole spans about 25 million kilometers across. Anything unlucky enough to approach it would be shredded by tidal forces long before crossing the line. What exactly lies inside? Modern physics still cannot tell us. Even more oppressive than the visual terror is the sound. The immense pressure churns the surrounding superheated gas, generating acoustic waves that scientists have translated into audible frequencies. Although the vacuum of space lacks a medium for sound, the dense gas within galaxy clusters acts as a substitute, carrying the deep, low-frequency hum of the black hole. It sounds exactly like whispers from the depths of hell. Most of the stars twinkling in the night sky host their own worlds. Humanity has discovered nearly 6,000 exoplanets to date, each with its own extreme environment. Located 64 light-years away, HD 189733b is a true hell world. This beautiful blue planet, slightly larger than Jupiter, looks deceptively like a peaceful ocean world. But that dreamy blue doesn't come from water, it comes from silicate particles. Baked by extreme heat, these silicates condense into shards of glass, raining down sideways at a terrifying 2 kilometers per second, 7 times the speed of sound. Anyone deceived by its stunning exterior would be torn apart instantly. This purgatory exists because the planet orbits just 4.68 million kilometers from its star, roughly 1/13 the distance between Mercury and our Sun. Surface temperatures soar to 1,000 degrees Celsius. The drastic temperature gap between the day and night sides triggers violent winds, locking the entire planet in an eternal, raging glass storm. Its atmosphere is constantly being boiled away by the star's gravity, dragging out a massive tail of gas like a comet. It is a world of absolute despair, wrapped in flames, enduring an endless storm of shattered glass.
We have looked at many violent, treacherous worlds, but the ultimate terror of the cosmos may not be the objects within it, but rather complete and utter nothingness. Just outside our own local galaxy cluster lies a massive void spanning at least 150 million light-years across. The largest supervoids stretch over 1 billion light-years wide, containing almost no visible matter whatsoever. Light itself takes hundreds of millions of years just to cross these dead zones. Imagine looking up at the sky in the distant future, only to find it completely empty, stripped of all starlight forever. Chillingly, this bleak future is exactly what astrophysicists predict. Calculations show that in about 4.5 billion years, there is a 50% chance the Milky Way will collide and merge with the Andromeda galaxy, forming a single giant elliptical galaxy. Meanwhile, the accelerated expansion of the universe is driving everything else apart. Powered by dark energy, distant galaxies are receding from us at speeds faster than light. Once the distance between galaxies breaks the limits of gravitational binding, they will drift apart forever. Ultimately, the universe will descend into absolute isolation. Only a few giant merged galaxies will remain, floating alone in the dark. All other galaxies will recede beyond the cosmic horizon, as trillions of stars vanish into the black. If an intelligent civilization were to emerge in one of these galaxies 100 billion years from now, they would look up and see nothing but the stars of their own lonely island. Gazing at these images, we finally come to understand the line between the beauty and the terror of the universe is razor thin. We are captivated by these breathtaking vistas, impossible to find on Earth. Yet, we have to admit that the cosmos is filled with the bizarre and the unknown, operating on rules we barely understand. 95% of our universe is made of mysterious matter and energy we have yet to detect. On the day the ultimate secrets of the cosmos are finally decoded, humanity's perception of the world and of existence itself may be rewritten forever.